Okay, another update. This is a really good thing. Now, one, the starter, I was wrong. That spring was rusted to hell. It's just that there was a little bit of it left that wasn't rusted, and that was what was recoiling. Because I noticed I would pull it and it would slip some more. Well, it turns out I opened it up and it was all crazy rusted and snapped in half. And I took it out and it just exploded in my face. Like, it literally exploded. And there were shards of rusted spring all over the place. Like this thing right here. See, it's so rusty that it just like, well, I don't know. I can't replicate it, but it was all snapped up into pieces like that. And they were just everywhere. Like, you see, there's even another piece of the spring right here. So that spring was exploded. So I took the spring from that donator Ryobi, which is now in pieces over there. Took the spring from that donator and put it on here. And now it cranks like a charm. But there was another thing I had to fix. And that other thing was, I think I did this when I was taking it apart. And what happened? Yeah, I definitely did this. And what was is I broke a fin for one of the starter clutch pieces when I was trying to get the clutch off because the clutch was so stuck. And I broke the fin, and that was for one of the starter clutch pieces, which, yeah, now it does, I had to cut it off with a Dremel tool because it would just get in the way because it was just spinning around all the way. And I was afraid that would lock it up because when I cranked it, it would make a really loud clackety sound. But now it's really smooth because it's just using one of those things, and I gotta pray to God that I don't break that other fin or else I'll have to get a new flywheel. But here we go. Here, I'll have to put my phone down. See, that cranks really well. So now all I gotta do is make sure to check on the spark coil, the magneto, see if the magneto is making any spark. And if it is, then good. Then all I gotta do then is solder that on to the spring that goes on the spark plug. And then I just need to clean the carburetor, put gas lines on it, and then see if that carb setup will run. Because if that carb setup doesn't run, then I'll have to buy a new carburetor. And I don't want to have to do that. So, yeah, this thing is working really good. This is going to be awesome once I get it running. Oh, and also, a mishap happened. These screws, I had to drill them out, so they're not even in there anymore. Because they got stripped, and I couldn't get them out. So while I was drilling them, my drill slipped and poked a hole in the gas tank. But I put a screw in there and I tested it and it does not leak at all. It's a solid patch. No gas is gonna leak from there. And I also managed to get the air filter out of this tank, the fuel filter out of this tank. But I don't think I'm going to use that fuel filter. I think I'll just use the fuel filter from the Ryobi. Because I feel more trust in that fuel filter than I do in this one. So, yeah, and then it'll just be time to test this thing. So, yeah, I'm excited. And, yeah, that clutch is working out really good. I haven't gotten it to engage yet, but considering this spins freely, that's pretty good. And it probably just needs to be, obviously it just needs to be run at full speed for it to engage. It's not like I can engage it with just the speed of starting it. But yeah, I'll keep you updated. So that's part 3.